Our topic for this video is what is climate anxiety. Climate anxiety is defined as the feeling of stress, grief, helplessness and fear associated with the grim outlook for our climatic and ecological systems. In summary, this means being worried about the future of the planet. Climate anxiety tends to affect young people particularly, with almost 3 out of every 4 young people saying they are afraid about the state of the planet. Climate anxiety can manifest itself in a number of different ways. Some people go into denial and just refuse to acknowledge the issues. Others look for miracle fixes and wishful thinking, whilst others avoid thinking about it altogether. It's not clear why it affects young people more than old. However, it's likely that access to information and social media plays a role in this. Indeed, it's very hard to avoid scary climate-related stories in the news. There is a lot of pressure on young people, particularly from social media, where debates rage about veganism, travel, ethical fashion, investments, or simply call for young people to come up with the ideas that will fix climate change. Recently, Sir David Attenborough joined Instagram and said that climate change is now a communications issue more than a science issue. This is also true for climate anxiety. Talking about your feelings and your issues, although hard, is usually the best way to get better. People who bottle up their emotions and don't share tend to be affected much worse. It's also important not to create a culture of judgment. It's impossible to do sustainability perfectly, so it's unfair to measure people against impossible standards. We never know what someone else is going through in their life or what they can actually afford to be changing. In addition, individual actions are less effective than system-wide changes that are required. So what can you do? Normalise talking about the problems. We don't live in a society where talking about problems and emotions is common, but this is a very effective way to overcome climate anxiety. Look for like-minded people and for groups to join. This can help increase your circle of friends and people to speak to. It can also help you come up with some solutions to improve. And finally, don't feel ashamed about your role in climate change or judge other people. People who feel ashamed or guilty are less likely to make positive changes. We hope this video was useful. Our next briefing will be on environmental economics.